Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are no makeup, no nothing. I'm missing a nail, but it's fine. We've got vibes. So yeah, if you haven't been here before, my name's Beth and I'm a seamstress, but I also knit and crochet. That's basically it. So today is Friday I don't actually know what the date is. Maybe like the 23rd of January. This video will be going up in like a couple of weeks, so yeah, we're a couple of weeks behind, but I thought I could do another like weekend vlog this weekend because I've just finished knitting this jumper that I'm going to show you, and also there's some like exciting shop stuff. So yeah, if you caught the January knitting podcast, that will be up before this video is, so I'm assuming, fingers crossed, that this is going to be finished for that. I'm filming that next weekend, but I have literally just casted off, I don't know how far back I stand, my black version of this jumper. So I'll show you this quickly. This was the original. I made this last year. They're both knitted in the same yarn. It's the Rowan Island Blend held double. So I think this colourway is Parakeet, and it's just a drop shoulder with these rolled neck edges. It's got the same on like the cuffs and everything, and yeah, it's got this quite thick neck shaping. So I want to release a pattern for this, so I basically knit myself a second sample, but this one's a little bit different. So this one has got short row shaping in the shoulders, so it's got the neck shaping and the shoulder shaping, whereas the first one only had the neck shaping. This one's also got more tapered sleeves. The green one's got more wide sleeves. And then the other thing as well is this, I knit significantly longer, I would say. I think I ended up knitting this like maybe 25 rows longer than the original sample. So obviously I haven't blocked this yet. I've been waiting around today because, to cut a long story short, I bought myself a new car last weekend, which is like so exciting. The dealership is cutting me another key, and they said I could go pick it up today. They said they'll call me when it's ready, and I've basically just been sat around and still haven't had a call. So I come back from my boyfriend's this morning, maybe around, I want to say I got home around 11 o'clock this morning, and it's now currently about 3 p.m. and I have literally been knitting on this straight because I thought I'll pick it up, I'll knit a little bit, and then if I need to go out the house, it's fine. And have not yet left the house. So yeah, it got to a point that I've been like frantically working on this. I feel like the bottom rib took me so long. I don't even know why. And the only thing about black yarn is that it does pick up like everything, which is a little bit frustrating, but I think it'll be okay. But yeah, this is how it's looking. I don't know how well this is going to come up on camera. I've never knitted anything in black before, so I feel like this is going to be a really good like basic in my wardrobe. I wear this version. This is probably one of my most worn pieces of knitwear, so I know that I like the pattern, and yeah, I just wanted one that was going to be a bit longer, something I could wear like say with like a mini skirt, and then it's gonna kind of cover it. So yeah, I don't know how well you can see. I'm in my tracksuits. The only thing that I will say with this yarn is, okay, so this is the black one. I didn't notice it with the green, but look how much the dye comes off on my hands. Like, it is a bit ridiculous, so I'm not convinced that I would ever use this to make something that's striped. Also, don't mind my yarn swift here. But yeah, I'm really glad that this is done. There's something I need to take off the blocking mats, so we're going to block this today. And I also have made a load more products from the shop, so I'm going to go wash the black off of my hands and then come back and show you that. Okay, so hands are washed. So if you missed either of the last 2 vlogs, I believe, I can't remember, because I've actually gotten into a habit of filming like relatively far in advance, like I'm a couple videos ahead, so I can't remember exactly what would have gone up before this one, but these were the first things that I made for this upcoming drop. So these are the compact needle cases in all the different fabrics and colorways. I feel like I'm getting so thrown off because I'm missing this now. We're making a new set tonight anyway. But yeah, so all of these are done, the compacts, and this week I have just worked my way through the box pouches, so I thought I could quickly show you like what they all look like. So I'm gonna unzip them so that you can see what the lining is. So if you missed it before, the mini box pouches aren't going to be returning. It's only the midis and the maxis because they just didn't sell as well. I'm hoping that I can remarket them in a different way just to kind of like clear through some of the existing stock, but I didn't want to waste my time making them if people didn't want them. So yeah, this is the first one, which honestly might be my favorite. So it's got this really nice green lining. I just love how like muted this one is. I don't know, I think it's really pretty. And this, I think this used to be curtains. So yeah, all of the outside fabrics are upcycled in some way, dead stock, anything like that. The linings are new, some of them, not all of them. Some of them I did get secondhand or dead stock as well, but it's just not always possible. So yeah, for the most part, the outsides are, you know, you get the gist. So yeah, this is number one, and then this is number two. So yeah, if you caught any of the other vlogs, this is actually the one that has these like birds on, and then this is the lining in these, which I think is super cute. So yeah, these have all got a midi and a maxi. If you're interested in like the proper dimensions and stuff, I'll always have my website linked below. You can see the ones from the first drop. I will say though, I have made some slight changes with these ones. So firstly, the wadding, it's slightly thicker. So they're not really much heavier. So like if you're traveling, they're not gonna like impact your like luggage and stuff, but they are just a little bit more like, they hold their shape a little bit better. And the other thing as well is that the technique I use to put the lining in is a bit different. So I don't know if you can see, the lining is now properly secured down the edges, so it's not as like loose on the inside, if that makes any sense. If you didn't get one in the last drop, then this means nothing to you, but they're exactly the same dimensions and exactly the same otherwise. So yeah, this is the third one, which I also really love this one. Okay, I should say this was curtains, this was curtains, this red lining, which I think looks super nice, was also upcycled. There's this one, which I keep saying I really like all of them. I think this collection I'm gonna call something along the lines of like a spring picnic or something like that, because it's kind of what they remind me of. So I don't know how well that's gonna come up on camera. It's like this really fine stripe, it's like textured, it's purple and white, and then the lining is just like solid purple. Then there's these ones, which like, this fabric is kind of strange, it's like properly woven, but these just have these blue linings. The only thing is the midi for this one I'm gonna have to list as slightly discounted, so it's completely fine. There's just like a slight defect in the fabric, I don't know if you can see there, but yeah, I think these are super cute. And then the last ones that I finished this week were these brown ones, which honestly just remind me of like a box of chocolates, especially when you see the lining, because they've got this like pink stripe, which yeah, I don't know, I think that pink and brown just look really nice together. There is one more fabric that I have that I haven't completed any of these for, so this is what the fabric looks like. Basically what it was is I bought a lining colour to go with it, and then once I actually saw them together in person, I didn't like love, it wasn't like the right colour match for me. So I am still on the hunt for a lining for that, but I wasn't going to let it hold me up. We're just going to keep going with all the rest of the products, and then hopefully I can just get a lining for that soon, and then I'll just make all of the products in that like fabric all together, because I've cut all of it, so they're literally ready to go. It would just be a case of like cutting the lining and sewing. But yeah, like I said, today I've been like waiting around to go out and still haven't heard anything. So I think what my plan is I'm gonna take off the thing that's currently on the blocking mats, which I can show you as well, block my black jumper, and then get started on sewing some more of the shop products. So I do also want to make a new nail set today, but the problem is well, two things. Firstly, if I do it while it's daylight, the UV cures too quickly, and secondly, my ring light broke. Well, it didn't just break on its own, I stood on the plug, okay, which is not ideal in the UK in January because it gets dark past like 4 o'clock and it's like 3 now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna block my jumper and everything, and then yeah, sew a little bit more on the shop products, and then hopefully get to my nails this evening, because I feel like it would be better to film shop stuff while it's like remnants of daylight. It might not be ideal, but that's just what we're gonna have to work with. I need to order a new one this weekend. But yeah, I'm really happy with how these turn out. I'm really happy as well that I chose to change wadding just a little bit. Like, it's only like an ever so slight difference, but I notice it. I feel like when they're stood, they just hold their shape a lot better. Like, they're not as flimsy. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get to my jumpers, I'm gonna put these bits away, and then we'll get to some sewing and stuff in a bit. What I'm thinking of making today is maybe the flat pouches, because everything's cut and ready. I feel like they're relatively straightforward. And then yeah, I guess we'll just see. I'm gonna get on and then we'll just see. I thought I'd quickly show you this jumper on, although I am now realizing like how dirty my mirror is. But yeah, this is just the black jumper before it's blocked, which you probably can't see much of anyway. I feel like it's a really weird shape currently, so yeah, I need to get this in the bath. I'm not gonna lie, my hair was sending me into like sensory overload a little bit, but this is what has just come off of the blocking mats. So yeah, this is maybe not the look in like jogging bottoms and like the bun, but this is the little shrug that I have been working on, it seems like quite a while now. This is knit in the Hobbii, I feel like this camera's wonky, the Hobbii upcycled alpaca silk single strand. So this was all knit on 3mm. It's 2x2 rib. I mean, you can see it's striped, need I say more? But I really was not sure how this one was going to turn out, I'm not going to lie. So I wanted to block it before I committed to doing the whole border edge. There are definitely things that I would change if I ever made anything like this again, but I think for what it is, it's fine, it's cute. But yeah, like I said, so let me take this off. Basically, the issue that I've got is that I want to do some kind of border around the neck, front, bottom, and then the other side, because I feel like it needs something to have some tension to basically like cinch it up so that it's like kind of stays on more, because it is fine but it does kind of fall a little bit, and I feel like some of these corners are just a little bit abrupt. So I feel like if I add a border, then it will kind of just neaten things out, make it look more cleanly finished. But yeah, I definitely stretched it a bit when I blocked it. This was pretty much like tight to my arms, I would say, but I did want it a little bit more oversized. The other thing I was thinking of doing before I blocked it was potentially having something that would fasten it in the middle at the front, but I don't really think that's the look I'm going for. I do want it to be something that can be worn open, and yeah, when I blocked it I did kind of like pull these bits a little bit forward because they were very much like up here to begin with. So I basically just need to figure out how I'm going to do the edges. I'm thinking maybe double knit, but the logistics of it, of doing it on a, like, if you can imagine like all of this down here along the back and back up is how long the pickup's going to need to be, and I don't know that I've got anything that long for this needle size, because so obviously this was knit in a 3 and I knitted this on fixed metal circulars, but I do have some interchangeable 3s which could work. But the problem is if I start doing the border in a 3 and then it turns out I need to go down to a 2, I do not have a long enough 2mm to do this border. Does that make sense? But anyway, I feel like the colourway is cute, and it's just figuring out logistically what I'm gonna do with it. So here I was just starting to sew a lot of the flat pouches, and basically was just putting in the zippers. So as you can kind of see me doing here, you just basically sandwich each side between the main lining and the fabric, and then I do a row of top stitching basically to keep the fabric away from the zipper teeth, so that when you open and close the pouch it doesn't get all caught up and really tight. And I also just think it gives it like a nice little finish as well. And I basically do things in batches, so you can see here I kind of do all of them flat, and then I will sew them all together into their actual proper shapes afterwards. It's basically so that I change the foot on the machine less times. I don't know why, it's really a pet peeve of mine, changing the machine foot. It's not difficult, but I just find it annoying. And so yeah, basically means that I do everything with the zipper foot on, and then I just do everything with the normal zip on. And then basically after this stage I snip the corners and then just turn everything inside out, and basically you kind of like leave a little gap in the lining and then just top stitch that at the end. And if I could be bothered I would change the thread to a matching colour, but honestly I think it looks fine. It's on the inside, and yeah, just did all the little ones and all the big ones. Okay, so it's about 8:30 and I do apologise because we are trying to work without a ring light, so we've got the big light on. But as you'll have just seen, I've actually finished sewing all of the large and the smalls, so it got to a point where I'd put all the zips in and I thought I would stop and do my nails, but since it's like 8:30 I'm not going to get that far on my nails this evening. So since I'm already working I'm just going to continue sewing. So yeah, all of these are done. They just need a final go over with the scissors to cut off all the bits of thread, and they just need a press, but like sewing wise they're done. Like I said, there's still that one fabric that I haven't got in these yet because I haven't cut it in anything, but apart from that, yeah, the majority of them are done. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to start working on next. I have the option between either the tote bags or the other needle cases, and I really don't know. I'm sort of like tossing it up, but this weekend I really want to do like a proper deep clean of my room. Really want to like hoover, dust, change the bed and everything. So I'm trying to power through as much as possible so that I can kind of do the deep clean and then not have to get mess back over the top of it. There are still some of these left from the last drop, so I guess I can quickly show you the difference between what they look like kind of after they're ironed. So this is one that's still left from the first drop. I can't even remember what lining. Okay, it's just like a pink, like kind of salmon pink lining, and then this is what these ones currently look like. So you can definitely see the ironing crisps them up. And I got for my birthday, I think, or Christmas, because they're so close together I never remember, a mini iron and mini ironing board that I haven't actually tried yet, specifically so that I can just get it out when I need it for seams. So the reason I was like, I don't know whether to do the needle cases or the bags, is because I was like, which one requires less for the iron? But honestly, I think that they're about even. So I think I'm just going to try and have like a mini little clear up, put these all away. I'm just putting everything into like one bag, and then I'm trying to keep all the stock separate from like stock that I've had before, because obviously all of this stuff is going to need photos and website listings and stuff. Some of them, like these, I'll just update the previous listing, but some of the things that are new in that, it's just easy if I keep them separate. But anyway, I'm rambling. I need to get on to doing something else. Okay, so it's like 20 to 10 at night, so I'm about to stop, but oh my god, sorry, I've just hit the sewing machine. I have just been quickly zipping these together, not zipping, like zipping on the sewing machine. So these are the travel cases. I'm making 4 for this drop, and I realized that I had basically nearly finished them. So like all of the insides were done, the pockets were made, all I had to do was cut and sew the ties, and then I literally just had to bag them out. So there's going to be 4 in this drop. There's more of the compacts because they sold the best, but try and hold these up. I'm so sorry about the light situation. These are the 4. So basically all I've got to do tomorrow is press them and then just top stitch around the outside. So these are what they look like when they've been pressed. So they're like, yeah, I like top stitch them around the outside and then obviously press them, and then they just, I can't do this backwards, okay, they just fold up and then tie. So yeah, that's those pretty much done. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to bed and then I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to get up early, we shall see, because I'm not a morning person. I'm really not a morning person. But yeah, okay, good night, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Okay guys, so it's Saturday morning and I have just made my nail set. Can't lie, I'm pretty proud of these ones. I got up early enough this morning, shall we say. It's literally 12:15. I think I started doing these around 9 o'clock. So let's just say they've taken me like 3 hours, but I am pretty pleased with them. I just need to put them on. So I knew for this set I wanted to do 3D flowers. 3D flowers actually didn't end up as big as I first intended them to. Don't know how's the best way to show you, but this is what they look like. So yeah, along the way we ended up incorporating these butterfly wings, some leopard print, and then on this hand these pink ones, they're like 3D builder gel. I finally figured out a way to get it to stand up so well, and basically it's just I needed like multiple layers so that it didn't seep into the top coat. But yeah, they kind of like mimic the butterfly, and then these are like 3D sculpted flowers, and then yeah, they've just got little pearls and stuff. So I need to put these on, and then once I've sorted my nails we can get back to the sewing, etc. I also can't believe it's such a sunny day today, so we need to make the most of it. So it's now 1 o'clock and my nails are on. So this is what they look like. I'm so pleased with them. I don't know, I wish that these two like lined up more, but I think it's fine. They're more like, I'd say they're more the impression of a butterfly, whereas these ones are more like actual butterfly wings. And I added chrome to these at like the last minute, and I think it looks really nice because these ones are chrome. I don't know how well you can actually see this on my phone camera, But yeah, I feel like my nails, when I put them on, they never look, like my hands never look great because I always cut myself on pins and stuff, like obviously accidentally. And like yesterday, oh my god, it was like a relief that this didn't end up worse, but I like sewed through the edge of my finger, so I feel like my cuticles always look rough. But yeah, just what they look like. They're super cute. I don't normally go for this many colours all at once, but I think, yeah, let's not get caught up on the nails. So like I said, it's 1 o'clock and I think I'm gonna get out my mini iron maybe and start pressing some of the bits from yesterday. I also realised I need to cut a tiny bit more calico for the all-in-one needle cases, so yeah, probably will get that out. Need to raise the desk, need to clean up a bit, and I'm also a little bit hungry, so I'll probably do some bits and then yeah, I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, so this is my little setup. So this is the mini iron that I have got. You can see I haven't actually used this before. You can kind of see for reference, it literally just pretty much fits in the palm of my hand. But I thought that this would be good to use just for when I need to only iron like small parts, like seams and stuff. So yeah, it comes with this. This is literally all the water you can fit in it. So I'm gonna fill this up and give it a go. And yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so this is not the best angle, but I've just finished sewing all of the travel needle cases. So these are the 4 fabrics that are going to be available for these ones. Like I said, I don't want to make too many just in case I don't have loads of stock set around, but I think these ones are cute. I really like the placement of the bird on this one. That worked out quite well, but I'm so hungry. I need to make some lunch. This little iron thing as well, it's fine, it's not great. I think definitely I'm gonna have to utilize the big iron for a couple of things, but just for the sake of quickly pressing something before, like say for the top stitching, it's not too bad because the top stitching is going to hold that in place anyway. But for something that I think is just going to be pressed with no top stitching, I think we'd have to use a proper iron. But anyway, I'm going to make some food and then we'll get back to sewing afterwards. So it's actually quite a bit later on. It's like 20 to 7. Basically, I was making the tote bags and then I got a little bit sidetracked. So I dragged my brother with me to go to Hobbycraft because I needed a lining for this fabric. I don't know how true to colour this is coming up on camera, but I was really struggling because these side portions are like a really weird shade of pink, like really specific, and yeah, I couldn't find anything. So dragged him to Hobbycraft. I'm gonna go for this burgundy again. Hopefully I can show you in better light another time. But we got that, happy days. And then also I needed some more of these friction pens. I seem to have lost all of mine, and the ones that are remaining, they're like, they've literally run out of ink. So these are what I use to write and draw on my fabric because it irons off. They're just the Pilot friction pens. I actually got these in B&M because they didn't have them in Hobbycraft. They're just normal handwriting pens, but they're the ones that you rub out. So that's what we went for. And then we got sidetracked and went to get a Yo Sushi. So I'm now back. So this is how far I am with the first tote. So the outside and the inside are both done. I literally am about to connect them now. And then probably, yeah, just keep going on the totes until my boyfriend comes around later on. I feel like These are really cute. I really love this colorway, especially with the green lining. I just think it looks so nice together. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on doing this and then we'll see if I check back in tonight. If not, it'll be tomorrow. So it's Sunday morning. We had a bit of an impromptu night out last night, a little bit spontaneous. So yeah, didn't get as far as I thought I would, but I thought I'd quickly show you where I did get to. So this bag is completely done, completely lined. They all need a final press, but honestly, that's like very minimal. I have then started working through the next bag, which is the blue one. So it's this fabric, so there's random bits of it that are done, some that are not done. So yeah, it's like nearly 1 o'clock. Obviously I've come home, we've hair washed. So I think my plan is to carry on sewing for a couple of hours, and then this afternoon we're doing a deep clean. I'm thinking of setting an alarm for maybe like 3 or 4, and then literally putting everything away, blitzing everything, hoovering, dusting, cleaning the windows, the whole shebang. And then I also need to start a new knit project because I need someone to take to work with me. My hair is really frustrating because it's drying, so it like looks like I'm wearing a helmet. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna sew for a bit and then I'll show you how far I get to, because like I stayed at my boyfriend's, all this is left out from yesterday. So yeah, we're just gonna start sewing, see how much we can get done in like 3 hours. So this part in making the tote bags honestly might be my least favourite. I find that the things that I dislike the most aren't even necessarily difficult. They're just things that I find, I don't know, like aggravating. So basically, because these pockets are top stitched on the inside, you kind of have to like make the pocket piece and then press the edges down, and then obviously I then top stitch it to the back piece of the lining. And the thing that I think annoys me the most is just lining everything up properly, and basically just making sure that all of the edges are straight and that the pockets are coming out the correct measurement. And you can see here I kind of do like 2 rows around the perimeter, and then these lines that go kind of like upwards are what divide the pockets. So I don't know if you can actually hear how bad like the weather is outside, but we're having a storm, so I'm sorry if you can hear the wind. So this is how far I got with the bags. So obviously this one that I already showed you, and then finished off this blue one, and then this is what it looks like on the inside. And then I've just finished making like the shell of this one. I've made like pieces of the lining up, but I think that I might need to recut one of these pieces because there was a little tear there, and I've tried to like fabric glue it, but I feel like it's gonna be too visible, and I don't know whether to then, this is just water by the way, I don't know whether to, yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll probably just recut this, unpick this bit, which is really annoying, and then finish that. But the rest of the lining's pretty much ready to go. It's just that one bit, but because it's 4 o'clock, it's time to properly sort my room out. I will show you the state of what it looks like right now because it is not looking good. So this is what I am currently working with. To be honest, the main thing is the carpet needs a hoover because there's so much thread. This obviously needs to go away. This surface needs to be dealt with. So I'm gonna clean this all up, and then yeah, maybe I can show you like a cute little clip when it's all done. We are officially completely clean, got new bedding on. I literally feel like unstoppable right now. Having a clean room is just like, oh, I'm literally obsessed. So all I'm gonna probably do now for the rest of the day is just like, well, it's the rest of the day, it's like the evening, I think it's like gone 7 o'clock now, but all I'm pretty much gonna be doing is starting a new knit. I don't know what I'm gonna start yet. Probably just going off of what I said in my spring, like winter spring knitting plans video. but I thought I'd just quickly end off the video here. So thank you so much for watching. As always, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok and everything. It's same name, Fashion by Beth. And as always, I'll keep the website linked down below and the Ravelry and everything. But yeah, like I said, there is some stock left from the last stock drop, and then obviously all of this will hopefully be going up very soon from when I post this. So it's actually still January, but this video is going to go up in February. So yeah, hopefully if there's any more information, I'll pop it down in the description. And yeah, see you later. Bye.